Hi there, I'm Amy Riles with Honestly Horses, and I'm hacking around on my horse bareback today. This is my bareback day. Some people have leg days at the gym or upper body days, whatever. I have bareback days because these are the times I work on me. Typically it means it's pretty warm outside and I don't want to lug my saddle around and get my horse all hot and sweaty. Also gives me an opportunity to work on me. So if you don't ride bareback, but you used to as a kid and you think, man, I miss those days, those were so fun. That's kind of what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the freedom that we have as children on horses, and where some of us along the way, as we gain a little age and maybe a little wisdom, as we get older, we lose that ability mentally and sometimes physically to increase the speed on our horses and to be comfortable on them bareback. And I personally love a bareback ride, but I'm going to be honest, y'all, it had been years since I had really ridden bareback. I mean, I would hop on my good solid broke horse bareback occasionally and hack around the field, mostly at a walk. We might do a little bit of trot work, but let me just be really transparent right now. I was pretty overweight. My balance was horrible because of that. And my horse felt very different because of that. She could not balance under me. I was shifting side to side, forward and backward. My legs were not solid. When I started working on me and becoming healthier, and I changed my body mass and my weight, I really started enjoying the bareback rides again. And what I have found to be so much fun, I'm about to have another birthday, and I'm not very young anymore. I guess in a lot of people's eyes, I'm pretty young still, but you know, when you get into those 50s, you start to feel your age a little bit. And when I first started doing my bareback days riding, I try to do this once or twice a week, and I just ride for about 45 minutes, sometimes a little bit longer, sometimes a little bit shorter, and I ride bareback, and I always warm up at a walk, 15 minutes of that, and then I do some trot, and I am doing quite a bit of canter work bareback. And I have this nice big 10-acre field out here that we mowed a path around the outside of, and I love to just go canter that path. And this horse is super fun to do that on, and I have just built a whole lot of stamina in my legs and my seat. My balance, though, is better than it has been in years, and that benefits me greatly, especially when I'm riding young horses that can be a little swirly sometimes and maybe jump around or whatnot. Or yesterday, this horse was feeling it a little bit, and she was just spooking at things, just random things. The wind blowing through the tall grass on the other side of the fence, the red chair that I left out by the pond and the wind blew over, that's super scary apparently if you try to ride past it. So what I've noticed is that from my bareback rides, my riding has improved drastically. But here's what I want to challenge you guys to do. I'm gonna just shorten up my reins a little bit. We're gonna trot a minute. We're just still in our warm-up phase, working this morning. I do post the trot bareback occasionally just to work on me. Right now we're gonna jog a second because I'm gonna ask her to go a little faster. And here's what I want to challenge you to do. If you're not okay going faster on your horse, you're not okay riding out in the open. You're not okay riding on a trail ride. I know that seems a little harsh, but let me just tell you guys, most of the wrecks that I hear about and people tell me about when they come to me for help with their horsemanship have happened because they were out on a trail ride, or they were in an arena doing something that they're not accustomed to doing, or maybe their horse is in an unfamiliar environment, and they get faster. And your balance is not adequate to handle a faster speed. So you get all, for lack of a better word, wonky on your horse. Your legs are everywhere, you're pounding them in the back, and a lot of horses are not very tolerant of that. and then the horse bucks. And you hit the ground, usually harder because, you know, with little age, and Lord knows a few extra pounds for most of us in life as we age, we hit the ground hard. We don't bounce like we used to. So my challenge is get comfortable with speed. Get comfortable taking the next speed. Be okay loping your horse bareback or in a saddle. If you're not okay with it in the saddle, you're not going to be okay with it bareback. But if you get okay and you can actually pick up some speed, we're trucking along here pretty good. She's got a great stop. Good girl. We can back. Excellent job. When you get okay with that faster speed, you can eliminate a lot of wrecks. And that's what I encourage you to do. Get out there, put in the time, do the work, y'all. If you need to lose a few pounds, I challenge you to do that for the sake of your riding and your horsemanship. You will love the way it feels to be physically in shape and ride and enjoy your horse like you did when you were a kid. At the rodeo last weekend, I saw these little girls doing the little peewee barrels, and there were a couple of them, and they are tiny, tiny little humans, and they were out there hauling on these horses as fast as they could go, and these horses were running that barrel pattern, and these little girls were kicking away and asking for more. They weren't afraid. They were loving every minute of it with these huge smiles on their faces and the crowd cheering. And it just gave me goosebumps. And I just thought, you know what? That's what we miss. That's what we lack. As we get older and we get a little more self-preservation in us, we stop being okay with going faster. And unless you can be okay with going faster, your horse is going to go faster. At some point, you're going to be out there and your horse is going to break into a lope. And you're not going to be able to ride it. And then you're going to get off balance. And you're probably going to cause the wreck that ensues because you're not where you need to be as a rider. And I know that's a little bit tough to swallow, but especially us women, we get all out of balance, and as we age, things shift and things change. And if you've had some kids, you know what I'm talking about for real right there. Things might not be where they used to be. But I encourage you to just really set your mind and your heart and your body toward doing the work so that you become a better rider, so you can go have fun. I have had so much fun galloping around this field bareback on this horse and just asking her to go, giving her a loose rein and letting her just pick the pace. And sometimes she picks a pretty fast pace, going downhill no less. So have I had to grab a little mane here and there? Yep, I have. I will not deny that. I own it. But I can assure you it just gets better every single time. And I'm enjoying these bareback rides so much. It's a great way to enjoy summer. I got my boots on and my shorts, y'all. So that's a Southern girl for you right there. You know what heat is if you can get out on your horse like that. I do have my bareback pad on, so we don't get so gross and sweaty, but I love it. I love it. And I just encourage you guys to give it a shot. If you have to start out in your round pen, do it. Start out there and get okay with the speed. Take some lessons. Learn the fundamentals of position. Learn how your leg position affects your balance. Learn where to carry and hold your reins correctly. Learn to ride with your hands low and in the correct position so that you can maintain a nice, steady, pliable horse underneath you, and you can help them balance and not be in their way. Most of the time when a wreck happens, it's because something went awry and we got in the way, and the horse doesn't know how to respond to that, and their only recourse is to just get us off. They're not really trying to be malicious here. They're just trying to survive, and they're just trying to stay upright underneath us, and sometimes we make that really hard to do. So that's my 2 cents for today while we're hacking around bareback. Get your balance, work on it. have some fun with it. Learn how to go fast again. It's exhilarating. Till next time, click that like and subscribe for more tips on horsemanship, and hopefully have some fun with it. And I will catch y'all on the flip side. Happy trails.